Hi everyone, I'm Patty Siegel and I am Advertising Director of the Route 422 Business Advisor. We're here doing our little segment today with Gymguyz, and I have the co-owners of Gymguyz, Shannon, Rizzo, and Jesse Levan. Welcome guys, how are you?
Thank you very much. Doing amazing.
Doing
great.
So
Thank
you
you.
look it. I think fitness is something we're going to talk about today. And I love the high energy that fitness brings to us. So let's jump right in on this. So you guys are based in King of Prussia, and you're a mobile personal training service that makes regular workouts achievable and convenient, correct?
That's
Correct,
right.
yep.
Yeah.
So you bring the equipment, the training, and the enthusiasm
And the fun. That's right.
That's
to
right.
the client, whether it's a business or whether it's a home. Can you explain a little bit behind the concepts you have here and how you got started?
Sure. So we basically cover all of Montgomery County, Chester, and Delaware counties as well. And what we focus on is providing our customers with a convenient, customized, and creative workouts. We bring it to our customers. So we have a van filled with over 350 pieces of gym equipment
Wow.
that we bring to wherever our client is. So they don't have to worry about having their own equipment. We bring it to them so they don't have to worry about having to go to the gym, drive somewhere, all the extra wasted time. And the great thing about us having our mobile gym, if you will, that we bring to our clients is we can meet them wherever they want. So
Right.
whether it's in their house, we can meet clients at their work during their lunch hour. When it's nice outside, we can meet them at the park. Pretty much anywhere that somebody has a small space to work out in, we can meet them there and build that workout for them.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And I know everybody's different. Some people like to go to the gym. Some people are a little bit shy about it and say, hey, I need a trainer and I need something at my house. Right. So talk about your coverage area a little bit one more time, Jesse.
Yeah, sure. So we cover all of Montgomery County and then Delaware and Chester counties as well.
Okay. Super, super. So the gym in Gymguyz stands for Get You Motivated. I like that. So it's all about motivation and desire to get results, right? Talk about the importance of motivation in sustaining a regular exercise routine and healthy lifestyle.
Yeah. So sustaining a healthy lifestyle is mind, body, and spirit, and that's really the holistic approach that we take. When we're coming into someone's home, we're sitting with them, we're really discovering what you said, the desire that they have, what is their goal, and we're helping hold that space for them mindset-wise and bringing the physical training to them to combine all of that together to keep them motivated. We show up, we hold them accountable, responsibility of taking care of their whole body instead of just the physical part.
Very nice, which is so important. So you offer basically, when you go in to see a client, you offer a free 1 hour at-home assessment by the franchise's 5 licensed, bonded, and certified trainers.
Yeah.
So explain how does that work?
Yeah, I would love to. So one thing that we believe in is there's no pressure approach. We want people to feel comfortable. We're coming into their home. It's a very vulnerable space. We want to make sure that we're coming in and we're providing the expertise and everything that we come with for free. And so we come in, we sit down, we go over a full medical history, any pains or ailments or anything. Maybe they've had surgery recently. They could be training for a marathon and maybe they're concerned about injuring themselves. There could be many different reasons for calling us.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that we cover all those, including medications and different things that might impact their goals. And so after that medical assessment, we then roll into a full body assessment, which means that we take measurements because we believe that not just the scale number, the weight, we want to measure by all different capacities. So we take measurements of their body. We also have an amazing scale that's really accurate on BMI, muscle mass percentage, and visceral fat. And so we're also giving a little bit of education during that time. So it's not just about us asking a lot of questions. We want to offer value while we're there. And so we believe these numbers are indicative of where they are so that we can see where they're going. And when we finish the assessment, we'll be able to see that path that's very clear for us to write a program for them. Right after the body assessment, we do a fitness assessment. So we're looking at their agility, their balance, any discrepancies and things that they might be feeling in their body. Our professionals can witness that, and we take all of that into consideration. We write that full program for them to start with us.
So good. It's so good that you're looking at the whole approach. And I like the way you're talking about the visceral fat because That's important.
It is.
And so many people don't even know about that.
That's
and
right.
you can look like you're in shape, be really soft, and your BMI, your index can be high. And yeah, so we could talk about
Yeah.
more about that
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
So I understand the client chooses from packages of 1, 12, 24, 48, 96 sessions. That's
Yeah.
a good range. And they can request the same trainer for all their
Mm-hmm.
fitness, or they can rotate between trainers. So do you require a contract?
Absolutely
No,
not. Yeah,
nice.
one firm belief is that a lot of people feel obligated to go to a gym because of a financial agreement and not because of their well-being. So one thing that the philosophy of Gymguyz is that we don't want you to feel obligated, we want you to feel motivated. And so the packages that we sell are per package. When the package is over, there's no commitment. You can use the package however you'd like. Some people want to train once a week. We recommend at least 2.
Right.
But 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week. And when the package is up for expiration, you can just renew it and continue on your journey. We really do recommend a 48 pack. It's actually the most popular because it's 6 months of 2 times a week with us. And then, of course, we give you workouts to do on your own in the programming. But that really gets someone activated into their goal set, get past that 3-week mark where most people quit. And get frustrated, and we're there continuously through that journey to provide a maintenance plan for the next 3 months. So during that 6-month process, they get to know themselves, they get to know us. Building that relationship with their personal trainer is super important. And so they hold each other kind of in that space of like, let's have some fun together, let's get fit together, and they can see the progress. And the beautiful part is that we come and do a reassessment, and I'll talk about that whenever
Yeah,
you're ready, but the reassessment's really an important pivotal point for them.
Yeah, and that's so nice to see when you see your client get results.
Yes.
And they might have been trying something for years and yo-yoing with diets and
Yes.
trying this and trying that, and all of a sudden they're feeling, I'm getting results, so they're inspired, and they're inspired to keep going with y'all.
Yes.
Which is good. So you have customized vans that come equipped with all the necessary fitness tools, including mats. You got a lot here. Mats, jump ropes, dumbbells, stability balls, resistant bands, boxing gears, body bars, kettlebells, and yoga and Pilates equipment. So talk a little bit about how do you assess what a client needs, and what's a typical training for a client? Is it specific for each individual, or how does that work?
Yeah, sure. So talking about the equipment, I think sometimes we even forget what equipment we have because there's so much in our truck. But yeah, so like I said, we have over 350 pieces of equipment in there, so we can really customize for what the client specifically needs. And that's one of the big things too that we pride ourselves on is when we do that initial assessment to really understand, one, what the client needs, but then also what are their goals, whether it's weight loss, maybe they're looking for firming and toning, somebody might even just want flexibility. All 3 of those, they're going to have different goals, and that's going to be a different kind of workout for that particular client. So when we take that, we have a discussion with our certified trainers, and they'll write programming for our client specifically to those needs. And a lot of people, believe it or not, they need to first work on stability. There's a lot of just small muscle groups that are very weak, and they, it kind of stacks on top of itself. If you have, a small muscle that's weak and making you unstable, it's going to affect other things in your body. And we don't really realize that, until we do the full assessment and then we actually see that. And so when we can have a strong core and really strengthen that, we can build upon that, build some power, strength, add muscle, and really help them achieve those other goals. But yeah, so we really focus on customizing that workout specifically for that client to meet their specific needs. And so, all of our clients, they all have different workouts, depending on what those needs are. Yeah.
And everything comes from the core.
Yeah, yeah.
So like you said, stability, it's all about strengthening and then making them like a star.
Right.
That's right.
Plugging in and shining out.
Yeah.
All right, so are all your workout regimes the same? I think you touched on this a little bit. Let's say you come in, and let's say you're coming in, you're going to talk to me, and I don't know what the heck I want. And I just want to feel better. I want more energy. I want a little bit more muscle mass. So what would you say to me?
So that's a very good and perfect base for us to get started. So in that assessment, we spend an hour with you getting to know you really well and your goals. And then when we do a fitness assessment as well as agility testing and see what your baseline is, we'll get a good feel for what other things that maybe you aren't aware of that your body needs, and we can put that into your workout for you as well. Our trainers are they are adaptable and can change the workout too. So they might meet with you the first session, and they're going to do some workouts, maybe just change it up, do a couple different exercises, and really get a feel for what you like, what feels good. You're going to be in constant communication with our trainer too. So if there's something you really did like and responded well to, we can make sure that you're getting more of that in your subsequent workouts.
Nice.
And the workouts typically they're 1 hour each, are each of the sessions. We start out with a warm up to get the client warmed up, get those muscles, heart pumping, muscles warmed up. We do a workout, and then we end it with a cool down. So some stretching, and then also answer any questions or kind of go over how the workout was. And that's where, clients will be able to talk with their trainer about, wow, that exercise really, did X, Y, Z to me. Can we do more of that? Or,
Yeah.
and really, really dig in more for the subsequent sessions.
Nice. And then you leave a client with a nice endorphin high.
That's
Yeah.
right.
They feel good, and they're like,
Yeah.
when are you coming back? Yeah, I like that. So do you offer virtual fitness programs catering to those who travel frequently or might be immune compromised or aren't comfortable having strangers in their home? And how does that work if you do?
I would love to answer that one.
Sure.
Yeah, so first of all, to answer about strangers coming into your home, one thing is our family philosophy. We really do believe in making our clients a part of our family and us being a part of theirs. So we want to say also that all of our trainers are background checked, drug screened, and we do full history on them so they can trust who's coming into their home. We also take pride and care in when we enter the front door, we're wearing shoe booties to protect their belongings and things like this. So we really take a lot of intricate care about coming into the home. So that first. But we also really looked at COVID and the way that it impacted people, and virtual was so popular after that. And we found a craving for people to be back together in physical counterparts with each other. So we really do encourage for us to be face-to-face, person-to-person, feeling this energy together. But if someone does need virtual training, we of course offer that, especially for people who are busy and they're already on a program and they don't want to take a drop-off or postpone a workout. Then the trainer that they have will work on some virtual training with them and also have recorded videos that are available in our portal for them as well.
Nice. And I'm sure you might have a client who maybe is shy and doesn't want people in their home, and then they do a virtual training and they trust the trainer and then say, hey, come on out.
That's right.
So-
We've also had a lot of clients that have asked for female trainers only. So if it's a woman, she may say, I'm really not comfortable having a male in my home. Could you send a female? And we do. And then we've also introduced, that's a primary trainer for them. We've also introduced, if you would like to at any time have another trainer come over, we can introduce you to them as well. You can meet them. And then if that feels comfortable, then you can have them as a backup trainer. So we just really work together as a team and a family to make sure that the whole person's being taken care of.
Right. And you fit the personality of the person as well.
And the energy,
And
because
the
that's a
energy.
good match.
It's
That's important. Yeah.
It's
So if you have
important.
someone who's a little bit more mellow and they need some little high energy brought in, but we don't want to send a trainer in that's like, off the chart
overpower
energy
them.
first thing in the morning, and somebody's like, I'm not a morning person.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
that's important. So it sounds like you think of every little nuance. And I really like the booties coming into the house too, because
Yeah.
I know sometimes I have people coming into my house with hiking shoes, and I don't do shoes normally, but we're doing an interview, so
Right.
of course, but it's so important to care.
Yes.
And then the client sees that and says, oh, I like these guys. So let's talk a little bit about the assisted stretch experience for corporate clients, which I know is so important today, stretching, concentrating on improving flexibility, mobility, and reducing physical tension.
Sure. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to talk. Well, so I'll talk about the assisted stretch, and I would love for Jesse to talk about how that provides a really beautiful experience for the company. So I'll talk about the individual a little bit, but our assisted stretch program is we bring a massage table in, and we are doing it's 30 static stretches, and we're holding those for a certain time for each muscle group, which really allows the body to relax and to restore itself. So a lot of people aren't taking time to do that stretch, and it's so important. If they're in yoga, that's wonderful, but a lot of people will not take time for that. So allowing their body to have 30 minutes or 1 hour of assisted stretch is really a most restorative practice to have. And so we come in, our trainer will assist in those stretches for 30 minutes or for 1 hour. And a lot of our clients follow up with a regular workout, and they'll add a 30-minute stretch to the end of that. And then so for corporate environments, we come in and we do this assisted stretch program for them to help their staff with their well-being, being able to sit at a desk for a certain amount of time and not be able to get up and move and do all the things that make their body and their brain function amazing. So this program has helped quite a few people in that corporate environment.
Yeah, I bet.
It also helps the company in many ways that Jesse might like to talk about.
Sure. So one of the biggest things that, when a company has healthy employees, they're spending less time at the doctor, so it actually reduces their, wellness costs for their health care. And so companies can save a couple $100, a month for each employee, just kind of, with having better health care, the employees taking care of themselves. I like to refer to, if a client or just anybody is at a desk job, I call them industrial athletes, because really you're spending 8 hours plus a day sitting like this, and a lot of times we're leaning in, we're hurting our neck, our shoulders, and then one of the biggest things that we get pain in, and is one of the most popular, is the lower back, and a lot of that stems from the hamstrings. And so when we have our hamstrings, or when we have our legs bent, our hamstrings are shortened. And if you're driving to the office, so let's say you drive, an hour to the office, then you sit there for 8 hours, then you drive an hour home, that's 10 hours in the day, and maybe you just go home and sit on the couch because you're so tired. You spent your whole day in this position. And
So
this
true.
it's all stress on that lower back.
Yeah.
And so, the assisted stretch, like one of the things we look at is your hamstrings, and it's so important for those that do sit at a desk to stretch your hamstrings.
Sure.
And it relieves like the lower back pain, which is one of the biggest culprits that people experience.
Absolutely.
The,
And
the
these-
companies are finding energized workforce, so like they're seeing that there is more energy around the office. It's promoting brain power, and they're becoming more successful for having the wellness programs.
yeah, and I know I've heard sitting is the new smoking.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So it's so important. And then, like you said, a lot of people will sit all day and come home and watch TV. And
Yeah.
so it's so important to know this
Yeah.
and know that, and I'm going to diverse here, but 100 years ago, we were chopping our own wood. We were
Yeah.
doing all these things. So we didn't really have to work out because we did everything manually. But sometimes we need to think about what we really should be doing. So,
Our bodies were made to move,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we need
absolutely.
to do that, yeah.
Yeah. So I know you have a program called HIT, which is high intensity interval training. And you do joint repair, yoga, bodybuilding, and weightlifting. So talk a little bit about the high intensity.
Sure. So, some of our trainers, pretty much all of our trainers that are certified, they can do those workouts, the high intensity workouts. And they'll just put together circuits for their clients specifically to go through that workout. But some of our trainers enjoy that more than others, so they like to really, put their clients through the ringer with that one, and just give them a really good workout. And so, they have circuits that they do to really push them and get that heart rate up.
Yep. And I'm sure some are very creative at this.
We just actually had a great compliment from two of our trainers, two different clients called in about two of our other trainers, and they're like, we really love this trainer because she puts us through the ringer. She has these crazy workouts that we feel exhausted after, and our body feels so good, just after that our energy is higher. And we had another one who's like doing boxing. So really just enthusiastic about boxing. We have mitts and all the things that we need for that too. And so, just that's one part of it, and it depends on, again, the client's programming. So they may do HIIT training one day, but the next day it's more serene. They've got a little bit of yoga put in there, a little bit of Pilates stretching, whatever that might look like, and that's all developed based on what their goals are.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it gets your frustrations out.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
you kind of feel like a new person when you're done.
And that's really a great point too. A lot of the clients may want to train early in the morning, and some want to train in the evening, and they're wondering like, well, what hours are you open? And so we're open from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. during the week, and 8 to 5 on the weekends. So it was really cool because one of our clients was like, I don't really want to work out at night. I don't know if I can work out that late. And they love the late night workout. They're like, I sleep so well after my workout. So it's just really trying to find out what works for them. And we know that clients change as they become more fit. And so their bodies respond and need different things. That's why we're so adaptable.
Nice. Very nice. Good. So talk a little bit about, you offer individual, semi-private, and group programs for children. Yeah. I know kids, there's a big obesity problem today. Teens, adults, seniors, as well as athletes, prenatal, postpartum women, you do everything. Rehabilitation patients, corporate groups. Can you just talk a little bit about this?
Sure. So pretty much anybody, we can help. Almost any human being. I mean, we have, our youngest client is 7, up to, we have people in their 90s, and if we have somebody in their hundreds, more than happy to.
We actually do
help
have an
them.
assessment next week for a 97-year-old, and there's the group that we've just signed on with. They want us to train their elderly clients that are in their 100 and 101 years old. And I'm thinking, like, this is amazing to be able to come into someone's home who is at that age and still wanting to be fit and asking, saying, one of the gentlemen said, I know that I can still learn something from you. Yeah. How interesting that's happening in today's age as well.
So there's no limit to the different ages. And then obviously each of those ages, they'll have different needs. And that, again, goes back to just being able to customize their specific workout. A 7-year-old's going to have different physical needs than somebody who's 97. So, we really focus on customizing that. And then we have a broad range of our offerings for clients. So we have the one-on-one session where, it's just we're with an individual client helping them. Sometimes maybe their partner or spouse want to work out with them too. So we do a semi-private. And then we have families who mom and dad started working out, so they want to bring the kids in too. So then we have the whole family doing a workout together. So it's really beautiful that we can include that and just get everybody involved. And then on the corporate side, we do classes as well. So we offer classes. So we have companies that, they want to have Gymguyz come in a couple times a week and do a 1-hour workout for their employees. So then we have classes of, we try to limit it to 20 people per session so that, the trainers can really keep an eye on everybody and monitor and help everyone. But so then we do corporate classes as well. So a broad range of offerings to help all different needs.
Yeah, that's great. So I just had a thought. When you're talking about older people, is there any correlation between dementia and working out, or like do you all go into like senior centers, for example?
Great question. Actually, the partner I was just talking about, we're going to partner very soon with, they're dealing specifically with dementia. And so we're still doing some studies on how that works as far as fitness goes. But currently, the seniors that we're serving, a lot of them signed up to have companions come in their home and help their body move. And what they ended up with is a great fitness goal of being able to walk 5 times further than they thought they could. Wow. They're more mobile in their homes. They're able to take care of themselves in a richer way. They're having a social life again. Nice. And so these are the things that we've noticed, that they're becoming more a part of their community and they're not so isolated, which is definitely a component that helps people age a little bit sooner than later. Nice. So just having us come in and really be in tune with what they need and watching how their life is operating in their home, we're able to help them so much more. And yes, so senior living centers, we have, we actually started hosting some health fairs and getting them inspired and involved with just offering a little bit of food and drink, and then showing them how we can help them. And so we come into those senior centers and we offer these group classes. We do some of those in chairs so that we can make sure that we're not overextending them in certain ways, but they're really getting that mobility and then getting a sense of community as well in those group classes.
That's nice.
And the older we get, they say that above age 35, your muscle starts to degrade. And so the older we get, that obviously increases and ramps up. So strength building and continue to use all those muscles is so important. So, being able to help seniors and older individuals is a big part of that.
Yeah.
Or help them find their muscles again.
Yes.
Yeah. Like your ankles. I just read when we sit all day, our ankles get so much pressure, so we need to kind of move them around, spread your toes, Our feet take so much of the brunt of what we do every day. Yeah, so talk a little bit about your employee fitness programs, which are held on site, remotely, or virtually.
Yeah, so one thing that we do have the virtual again. We definitely love to be in person if we can. But it's, again, same thing. A couple times a week, we may go into a facility or a corporation and we're hosting classes there. We also do operate on Zoom and some other fitness training apps that we can do. It's just really cut and dry. There's not a lot to it. It's a matter of what the company is looking for, and really they're listening to their employees. So we go in with a couple of different offerings, like what types of classes do you think will be beneficial? And really, the employees are stating what they want, and they're delivering that. So they're getting them to buy into the company more, right? Because they're looking out for their health and their wellness. And so listening to their employees is super important. And so we just cater that to them. And also partner the trainer, who is a group fitness professional that comes in with that particular group and is static with them, that stays with them.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that's great. So talk a little bit about your history of philanthropic efforts. Do you partner with various businesses or?
So Jesse and I are really passionate about family in general, and that's one of the reasons that we partner together in life and in business, is that our philanthropic endeavors really do revolve around the family and ending generational cycles of poverty, while promoting parents to have more free time to be fit and well for their children. And so the philanthropic organizations that we're involved with all have that mission in line. One of which is our own foundation, Boundless Foundation, where we build schools in developing countries. And so we're raising money for that. We've built 11 schools to date and are on our 12th one now, serving over 1,600 children, 48 communities, 48 teachers, and several other community members.
Wonderful.
And then locally, because we like a local, I call it global, but it's global and local communities, we're working with Orion Communities to help partner with them and raise money for their initiative of meeting people where they are. And additionally, we're working with Angel Flight East that delivers patient services to fly patients to their doctors. And so these are just a few of the organizations that we're involved with, and really believe in building our community to serve other communities. So if we're fit and well in our own bodies, then we promote that in other people, and our community can actually get together and have fun and play together and support each other.
Yeah, it's very nice. Really good to hear it. And it's also, I think, important when you feel good, just everything works better.
Yeah.
Your relationships, your
Yes.
job. You feel freedom in the body, and we
Yeah.
all want to have that freedom feeling.
Yes.
We don't want to be restricted by our pain and our whatever.
Yeah.
So I didn't talk about this, but just share with me a little bit. Do you all do anything like nutritional counseling when you go in? Because sometimes I know, I'm a gym rat myself, and I see a lot of people getting trained, and they might be really slow or acting like it's a therapy session versus a training session, and I don't see a lot of trainers at the gym where I am talking about input output. What are you eating? So do you all touch on that at all?
We do. And so one thing that you might be seeing is that certified personal trainers are not all nutritionists or nutrition coaches. And so maybe they're just staying in the lane that they know. But we do have certified nutritionists and nutrition coaches on staff. And so we do offer those supplementations if people are looking for nutrition. We love to give lifestyle advice at a top level and really kind of get into, that's part of our actual first part of our assessments. We talk about their eating and how are they spacing out their food in between energy bursts and also before sleep and when they wake up, and what are they ingesting. And so those sort of things are covered. And then if they would like a specific nutrition plan, we can write that for them. But we also do offer meal plan services. And so that's something that we do. It's very easy. They're able to order online, and we give them a discount for that. And we do encourage people to really take a look at what they are putting in their body, because our bodies just need fuel. And so they don't need a lot of extra additives or a lot of the other things that we're ingesting. And some people might not even have the knowledge of the foods that they're eating may not even be food.
Yeah.
And so we do offer lifestyle advice, nutrition advice from the certified personal trainers that are specializing in that.
Nice, nice. And I think a lot of it has to do with how we were raised.
Yeah, of course.
If mom and dad put
Yeah.
healthy foods in front of us, we tend to know better.
Yeah.
And a lot of people today I see drinking sodas and eating poorly, and I keep my mouth shut, but sometimes I think, well, this is probably the way you were raised. And
Yeah.
I'm really kudos to you guys for educating people, because I think it's so important, especially in our world today,
Absolutely.
of being more sedentary.
Absolutely.
So we covered a lot today. Talk about any future plans you have.
I would say our biggest plan is, so our main mission is just to help as many people as we can and really be able to change and make a huge difference in our community. So you know, we want to expand our territory and be able to, you know, our goal is to take over the state of Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Just really help everybody, you know, and
Yeah.
make a difference in their lives. This adventure and just, you know, owning Gymguyz has been probably the most rewarding business that I've ever had. And, you know, we've both been entrepreneurs for many years. And just being able to help somebody personally with something that is so intimate and just knowing that how they're going to feel about themselves. I mean, it's just so rewarding just to hear some of their stories and how good they feel about themselves when they, you know, they lost that 20 pounds and they feel good and their energies, you know, they're energized again and can move around. I mean, nothing beats that. Yeah.
I think that's really great too. And one thing that I was thinking about while you were talking, Jesse, is, you know, part of our plan is to expand our team. We do have 9 certified personal trainers right now, and, you know, expanding our team with different expertise levels and interest is really important to us, and really nurturing the family that we do have, because that is the basis for everything that we do. We believe in investing in our trainers and, you know, continuing education and really providing the network that is needed to support a community. And so one thing that we also are growing in is our affiliate connections and really having people that we can refer to. So if we do find that someone is in need of mental health support or any other support that we don't provide, we build our network and are looking for participants to be on call for those calls when we do need to refer someone over.
Right. Yeah, you just touched on something that I had a thought. So working out and feeling good helps with mental health, right?
Exactly.
It does,
So
yes.
a lot of people that are depressed or anxious or, you know, going through life feeling like COVID had a lot of negative effects on
Yeah.
us, and they're still feeling isolated. But when
Yeah.
you go and you train, you kind of want to be in front of people more. You start
Yeah.
feeling alive again.
Yeah.
And then online contact forms are also available at Gymguyz, and that's spelled Gym, GYMGUYZ.com.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. And I would love personally to invite everyone to have a free assessment. I'm the one that comes out. Jesse comes with me sometimes. And really, I love to get to know them first. And then I bring a certified personal trainer with me. So you're getting to know part of our team. And we come into your home, and really, again, it's free. There's no commitment.
Right.
And so there's nothing to lose. That's it.
So for your New Year's resolutions, I know we're still at the end of February. This is going to come out probably beginning of March. We're still early in the year, so call these guys.
Yeah.
Call these guys. If you want results, they are a one-stop shop, and they're going to help you whether you're corporate or individual or family. So thank you so much, Jesse and Shannon. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate your time today.
Thank you
Happy
so
to
much,
be here.
Patty.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.